Let's talk about sports. I'm not talking about the teams that play here, or here, or even here. I want to talk to you about the teams that play here, the cradle of athletics. I'm talking about high school sports, with millions of adoring fans all across the country, yet no technology to serve those fans live scores until now. Hi, my name is Jason Damewood, CEO and co-founder of Scorebird LLC. Today, there is no way to get live high school scores without having a person at the game, emailing, texting, tweeting, or updating their Facebook. As a parent of a high school athlete, I was frustrated when I couldn't make it to a game and had no real-time updates. Following on Twitter was like watching TV at home and the cable cuts out, right before your team is about to score the winning touchdown. Even the local media shares in my frustration.
I'm Chad Withrow with 104.5 The Zone and host of the syndicated Prep Weekly show. On our show, we broadcast updates of live scores locally every Friday night. Typically, we have to rely on random fans, spectators, or even players' parents to call in and provide us with those critical score updates. Now keep in mind, the true goal of our show is to provide our listeners with up-to-the-minute reports on what's going on with their team. They literally hang on every update to find out how their team is doing.
Allow me to introduce Scorebird. This is the first live feed technology that delivers a streaming scoreboard to fans. How can we do this? We literally took the score from the most obvious place, the scoreboard. Our proprietary method can take live feeds directly from the scoreboard for any game, for any sport, at any time. This feed travels directly to our free mobile application on iPhone or Android, and fans can see scores from anywhere at any time.
I can't tell you enough how ecstatic I am about our partnership with Scorebird. We look forward to them delivering us our live streaming scores. Now we're going to be able to deliver to our listeners that experience that we envision for our show. Real-time scores at our fingertips with no gaps or questions as to the validity of the data. Trust me when I say Scorebird will change everything. We are definitely more in the game with Scorebird.
Hi, I'm Steve Andrews, CMO and co-founder of Scorebird LLC. So we fixed this streaming problem, but now how do we get all these schools to participate? I mean, there are over 27,000 high school sports programs across the country. Where's the incentive? Let me tell you about a growing problem. According to UpToUs.org, $3.5 billion has been cut from sports funding over the past few years. Pay to play as a practice has surged, and as of 2010, most schools charge fees to play their respective sport. Forbes.com states that by the end of this decade, nearly 1 in 3 public high schools will have no interscholastic sports programs to speak of. Can you imagine the impact of that?
Hi, I'm Coach Rowlett, head coach of the Mount Juliet High School softball team. You know, it's kind of scary, but athletic funding is nearly gone. We have to rely on our parents, players, and boosters to raise money needed for such critical things as uniforms, equipment, field maintenance, and even travel costs. Our players and boosters are knocking on doors selling everything from candy bars to pizza kits. Even with these efforts, it barely makes a dent. If you ask me, it just isn't right.
We can't idly sit back and watch this happen. Sports programs help to develop a competitive spirit in our future leaders and keep many kids off the streets and involved in something productive. For this reason, Scorebird is going to provide our technology to the schools absolutely free. No fees, no cost at all.
As part of our agreements, Scorebird plans to donate 1/3 of any national advertising which we sell back to the participating schools.
Scorebird gives us an edge. This is a whole new type of revenue stream. On top of that, to have something to sell to businesses that is real value like internet advertising is the cherry on top. Now our sponsors get additional exposure and support their local team at the same time. Being in the game with Scorebird means you get to stay in the game.
Our goals at Scorebird are to provide streaming scores to high school sports fans and help advance high school athletics across the country. Now we need your help. Just tell your local school official, booster, or player parent about our program. Also, be sure to tell everyone you know to download the app. Be a part of something bigger. Help keep athletics programs in our schools. Be in the game with Scorebird.